My child, pause for a moment and listen to me. You did not arrive here by chance, not by habit, not by wandering thought or idle time. I guided your steps to this exact moment because your heart was ready to hear what heaven has been whispering over you for so long. I know you wondered if anyone truly saw you, if your prayers dissolved into silence, if your waiting had meaning. I am telling you now, with a voice that does not hesitate and a love that does not fail, you are here because I called you. I interrupted your path on purpose. I slowed your spirit on purpose. I brought you here because I want you to know something clearly, deeply, without doubt. My child, you have my stamp of approval. Not later. Not after you prove yourself. Not when you become stronger or more certain. You have it now, and you have always had it. You have been asking quietly, sometimes with words, sometimes with tears, sometimes only with a heavy breath in the middle of the night. Am I doing enough? Am I chosen? Am I seen? Hear me carefully now. I am answering the prayers you whispered when no one else was listening. I am responding to the questions you were afraid to ask out loud. I saw the moments when you smiled for others but felt empty inside. I heard the ache beneath your strength. I watched you carry burdens you never told anyone about. And I did not look away. I did not delay because I forgot you. I waited because I was preparing this moment, this exact encounter, where you would finally hear me say what your soul has been longing to hear. My child, I approve of you. I delight in you. I have not been disappointed in you the way you fear. Stay with me now. Do not rush past this. Something will shift inside you if you allow yourself to remain. I can help you right now, not later, not when everything is figured out, not when the pain disappears on its own. Right now, in this very breath, in this very moment, I am close. You may feel unworthy to receive this kind of attention, this kind of assurance, but that is exactly why I am speaking. I do not speak only to the confident or the certain. I speak to the weary, the doubting, the ones who kept going even when they did not understand why. I speak to you because you are mine, and I refuse to let you keep walking under the weight of questions I already answered long ago. You did not miss your moment. You did not fall behind beyond recovery. You did not disappoint me beyond repair. Those are not my thoughts toward you. Those are fears that grew while you were tired. I know how long you have waited for a sign, for confirmation, for something that would quiet the storm inside your mind. This is it. This is not a coincidence wrapped in spiritual language. This is a deliberate message from my heart to yours. I am telling you plainly, I am with you, and I am pleased with the way you have endured, even when you thought endurance meant failure because nothing changed on the outside. You have been measured by voices that never had the authority to define you. You have carried labels that did not come from me. You learned to question yourself because approval felt distant and love felt conditional. But I am not like those who left you unsure. I am not like those who only celebrated you when you performed well. I saw you in the unseen places, when obedience looked like silence, when faith looked like waiting, when courage looked like simply getting out of bed and trying again. That is why I say this to you now without hesitation. You have my stamp of approval. It has been resting on your life even when you could not feel it. Let your heart soften as you hear this. Let the tight grip you have kept on self-judgment loosen. I know you replay moments where you think you failed me. I know you rehearse decisions you wish you could undo. I know you fear that your slowness or your uncertainty disqualified you. but I do not measure you the way you measure yourself. I look at the direction of your heart, not the noise of your mistakes. I see the longing you carry for truth, for peace, for something real. That longing itself is evidence that I am already at work within you. If you stay with me through this message, something will begin to settle inside you. The striving will ease. The pressure to earn will break. The fear of being overlooked will lose its voice. I am not here to accuse you. I am here to confirm you. I am here to remind you of who you are to me. You are not an afterthought. You are not barely tolerated. You are not waiting in line behind others who are more gifted or more faithful. I see you as you are, and I call you mine without hesitation. I know you have been asking why help did not come sooner, why relief seemed delayed, why the door did not open when you were ready to walk through it. Hear me now. I was not withholding love. I was building trust. I was not ignoring your cries. I was aligning what you could not yet see. And now, in this moment, I am telling you that you are not alone in this season. I can help you right now. I can steady your thoughts right now. I can bring peace into the confusion right now. You do not need to wait until tomorrow to feel my presence. You do not need to fix yourself before coming to me. You are already welcome. You are already accepted. This message found you because your spirit needed to hear me say this directly. You needed to know that heaven has not been silent toward you, only intentional. You needed to hear that your prayers did not vanish into empty space. They reach me, every one of them, and I am answering in a way that reaches deeper than circumstances. I am answering your need to be seen, to be affirmed, to be reminded that your life matters to me more than you realize. Comment, Father, you are my greatest joy, my guiding light if He has brought peace and hope into your life. Stay here. Breathe. Let my words sink beneath the noise. I am speaking to you, not to the crowd, not to someone else who might need this more. I am speaking to you because I chose this moment to remind you of something unshakable. You are approved. You are known. You are not forgotten. And what begins here will not leave you unchanged if you allow me to finish what I started in your heart. My child, listen to me with your whole heart now, because what I am about to say is not random, not symbolic, and not meant for someone else. You were led here on purpose. Your hands did not stumble onto this moment. Your eyes did not land here by accident. I directed you here because I knew the exact weight you have been carrying, the exact questions circling your mind, and the exact longing hidden beneath your strength. Heaven arranged this moment carefully, patiently, lovingly. I watched the path that brought you here, every step, every delay, every turn that confused you. Even when you thought you were wandering, I was guiding. Even when you felt lost, I was leading. Nothing about this moment escaped my sight. You have been searching, even when you did not have words for it. Searching for reassurance when your confidence began to wear thin. Searching for clarity when decisions felt heavy and the way forward seemed blurred. Searching for approval when silence made you question your worth. I saw that search long before you recognized it yourself. I saw you reaching for answers in quiet moments, replaying conversations, revisiting memories, wondering if you had misunderstood me, wondering if you had missed something important. I tell you now with certainty and gentleness, you did not miss me. I was with you in the searching. I was with you in the waiting. I was with you even when you thought my voice had grown distant. I have been watching your journey closely, not as a distant observer, but as one who walks beside you even when you cannot feel my steps. I saw the exhaustion you learned to hide behind responsibility. I saw the weariness that settled into your spirit after carrying expectations for too long. I saw the nights when your body rested but your mind would not, when questions echoed louder than answers. I saw you try to remain faithful while feeling unsure. I saw you continue even when motivation faded. And I never once confused your exhaustion with failure. I never mistook your questions for unbelief. I never turned away because you were tired. My child, I understood every moment of it. There were times you wondered if you were still remembered, if your faithfulness mattered when no one applauded it, if your obedience counted when nothing changed outwardly. Hear me clearly now. I remember you. I have always remembered you. You have never slipped from my awareness, not even for a moment. This message itself is proof of that. It is evidence that I see you, that I know you, that I have not overlooked a single tear, a single prayer, a single silent plea rising from your heart. I did not bring you here to entertain you or distract you. I brought you here to reassure you, to steady you, to remind you that your life is held securely in my hands. You may have doubted whether messages like this could truly be meant for you. You might have thought, this is for someone stronger, someone more faithful, someone further along. But those thoughts did not come from me. I speak to you because you need to hear me now. I speak to you because you are ready to receive what I am saying. I speak to you because your heart has been open even in uncertainty. I am not addressing a crowd in this moment. I am addressing you personally, intentionally, with full awareness of your past, your present, and what lies ahead. I know the moments you felt invisible. I know the times you felt passed over. I know how easily doubt crept in when answers did not arrive on your timeline. I know how you learned to keep going without clarity because stopping felt impossible. I saw you grow strong in ways you never planned, simply because you had no other choice. And I want you to know this now. Your strength did not go unnoticed. Your perseverance was not wasted. Your faith, even when quiet and fragile, mattered deeply to me. Please support our channel. Our purpose is to bring happiness into your life and promote devotion to God. If you would like to support our work, you can donate through Super Thanks. You are safe here with me. You do not need to guard your heart or brace yourself for disappointment in this moment. I am not here to test you or to confuse you. I am here to build trust, to restore confidence, to remove the doubt that whispers you are forgotten or late or insignificant. You are none of those things. You are known. You are remembered. You are intentionally held. This moment is not meant to pressure you. It is meant to assure you. I know you have carried questions about direction, about timing, about whether you heard me correctly in the past. I am not offended by those questions. I welcome them. I listened to them. I allowed you to wrestle because wrestling deepens relationship when you do not walk away. And you did not walk away. You stayed. Even when you were unsure, you stayed. That matters more than you realize. That is why I speak to you now with clarity instead of silence. Let the doubt fall away that says this message could be meant for someone else. It is not meant for someone else. It is meant for you. In this season, at this point in your journey, I know where you have been. I know what you have survived. I know what you have not told anyone. And still, I chose this moment to reach you. That should tell you how deeply you are valued, how carefully your life is being guided, how intentionally I am involved. You were not overlooked when things moved slowly. You were not forgotten when prayers took time. You were not set aside while others advanced. Your path has been shaped with wisdom you cannot yet fully see. And now, as you listen, I want you to feel the truth settling in your spirit. You are not alone. You have never been unseen. You are not wandering without direction. You are being led, even now. This is not coincidence. This is confirmation. This is me reminding you that I know exactly where you are and exactly what you need. Trust the peace that begins to form as you hear these words. Trust the sense of being known that you feel rising quietly within you. That is my presence reassuring you. You are here on purpose. You are here because I led you. And I am not finished speaking to you yet. My child, I know the quiet weight you have been carrying inside your heart. I know how often you have questioned yourself, replayed moments, and wondered if you were enough, if you measured up, if you somehow fell short of what I expected from you. I know how rejection shaped your thoughts, how words spoken by others settled into your spirit and slowly began to sound like truth. You did not start doubting yourself because you wanted to. You learned it. You absorbed it from disappointment, from being overlooked, from giving your best and still feeling unseen. And over time, without realizing it, you allowed human rejection to whisper lies about divine approval. But listen to me now, and let these words reach places nothing else has been able to heal. My stamp of approval has always been on you. You did not lose my approval when you stumbled. You did not forfeit it when you hesitated. You did not disqualify yourself when fear made you pause. My approval was never fragile, never conditional, never dependent on how well you performed or how confidently you moved. Long before you succeeded at anything, long before you failed at anything, long before you understood who you were or why you were here, I chose you. I set my love upon you without reservation. I did not wait to see what you would become before deciding how I felt about you. I love you first. I approve of you first. I called you mine first. I see how deeply rejection wounded your sense of identity. I see how being misunderstood made you second-guess your voice. I see how being passed over made you question your value. I see how silence felt like judgment, how delay felt like disapproval. But those experiences did not rewrite my view of you. They did not alter my heart toward you. They only revealed how much healing your identity needed, not how fought it was. I never agreed with the voices that told you that you had to earn your place. I never asked you to strive for my affection. I never measured you by comparison or competition. That was never my way. You were chosen before you knew how to be strong. You were chosen before you knew how to be faithful without applause. You were chosen before you learned how to endure. I watched you grow in seasons where nothing about your life looked impressive to the world. I watched you obey when it felt pointless. I watched you endure when quitting would have been easier. I watched you stay soft when hardness would have protected you. Those moments mattered more than you realized. Hidden obedience mattered. Quiet faith mattered. Endurance without recognition mattered. I saw it all, and I smiled over you. You thought success would finally make you feel approved. You thought clarity would quiet the questions. You thought progress would heal the ache. But approval does not come from achievement, and identity does not come from outcomes. Those things can never satisfy the place in you that only my voice can reach. That is why I am speaking now. I want you to stop carrying the burden of proving yourself. I want you to stop striving for validation that was already yours. I want you to release the fear that one misstep could undo my love. It cannot. My love is not built on your perfection. It is rooted in my character. You did not imagine the pressure you have been feeling. You have been living as if love must be maintained, as if approval could be withdrawn, as if rest must be earned. That is not the life I gave you. That is not the freedom I intended for you. I see how tired you are from carrying expectations that were never mine. I see how self-doubt crept in quietly, how it disguised itself as humility while slowly eroding your confidence. But humility is not believing you are unworthy. Humility is trusting my word over every other voice. My child, let me heal the places where identity was bruised. Let me speak truth where lies settled in. You are not behind. You are not less than. You are not tolerated. You are cherished. I did not approve of you because you got everything right. I approved of you because you belong to me. That approval has never wavered. It has not dimmed during your waiting. It has not weakened during your questioning. It has not been threatened by your fear. It has remained steady, patient, constant. I saw you in the hidden seasons when no one clapped for you. I saw you when obedience felt costly and unrewarded. I saw you when faith looked like continuing without answers. Those seasons shaped you more deeply than visible success ever could. They anchored your heart. They refined your motives. They strengthened your trust. You may have felt invisible then, but you were never insignificant. You were becoming. You were being prepared in ways that did not require recognition to be powerful. You do not need to earn what I have already given. You do not need to impress me to be loved. You do not need to perform to remain accepted. I am not watching you with disappointment, waiting for you to fail. I am watching you with affection, guiding you, sustaining you, believing in what I am building within you. Even when you struggled to believe in yourself, I never struggled to believe in you. Let go of the fear that you must become someone else to be worthy. Let go of the idea that love is fragile. Let go of the belief that approval is scarce. My approval is not a reward. It is a foundation, and it has always been beneath your feet, even when you felt unsteady. Rest in that truth now. Let it quiet the striving. Let it soften the tension. Let it reshape the way you see yourself. I am not asking you to prove anything. I am inviting you to trust. Trust that you are already loved. Trust that you are already accepted. Trust that the hidden work mattered. Trust that your identity is secure in me. You are approved, not because of what you have done, but because of who you are to me. And nothing you face, nothing you fear, nothing you regret can take away. Say, I belong to you completely. Jesus, if you found your purpose and true identity in Him. My child, I have seen what no one else saw. I have been present in the moments you never spoke about, the battles you fought quietly so others would not worry, the pain you carried behind calm words and practiced smiles. I know the loneliness that wrapped itself around you even when people were near. I know how betrayal cut deeper because it came from those you trusted. I know the exhaustion that settled into your bones after you kept giving without being refilled. I know the nights when you lay awake, staring into the dark, whispering prayers you were not sure were still being heard. And I want you to hear this clearly now. I was there with you in every one of those moments. I saw the tears you wiped away quickly so no one would ask questions. I saw the ones that fell silently onto your pillow when the day finally ended and you no longer had to be strong. I saw the tears that surprised even you, the ones that came without warning because your heart could no longer hold the weight. You may have felt unseen then, but you were never alone. I was closer than you realized, holding you when you felt like you were falling apart inside. I did not turn away from your pain. I did not grow tired of your sorrow. I did not dismiss your hurt as weakness. I gathered every tear, each one precious to me, each one speaking a language I understand fully. You wondered why answers took so long. You wondered why prayers seemed delayed while the pain continued. You asked me questions you were afraid to voice aloud, questions about timing, about fairness, about whether your endurance mattered. I heard them all. Heaven was never silent because it was indifferent. Heaven was quiet because something sacred was unfolding within you. I was protecting you from things you could not see. I was preparing you for what your heart could not yet carry. Even when you felt forgotten, you were being guarded. Even when you felt exposed, you were being covered. I know the ache of betrayal still lingers. I know how it made you question your discernment, your worth, your ability to trust. You replayed conversations, searched for explanations, wondered what you did wrong. But listen to me now. A betrayal did not define you. It revealed hearts not yours. It exposed what needed to be separated from your life so you could walk freely into what I have prepared. I did not allow that pain to destroy you. I allowed it to refine you, to sharpen your understanding, to deepen your compassion, to strengthen your boundaries. What hurt you did not break you because I was holding you together when you felt yourself unraveling. I saw the exhaustion that no rest seemed to cure. I saw how even joy felt heavy at times because your spirit was tired. You kept showing up when you wanted to withdraw. You kept believing when doubt felt loud. You kept loving when it would have been easier to close your heart. That endurance did not go unnoticed. That quiet perseverance mattered. You were not weak because you were tired. You were tired because you were strong for too long without relief. And I was never disappointed in you for that. I was near, waiting for the moment you would allow me to hold what you had been carrying alone. Nothing you endured was wasted. Not the waiting. Not the confusion. Not the nights when hope felt thin. Every moment served a purpose deeper than you could see at the time. I was weaving strength into your spirit. I was building compassion into your heart. I was anchoring your faith in something steadier than feelings or circumstances. You were learning how to trust me not only when things made sense, but when they did not. That trust is precious. That trust will sustain you in ways you cannot yet imagine. When heaven seemed silent, I was near. I was standing guard over you. I was redirecting what could have harmed you. I was shielding you from outcomes you were not prepared to face. I was arranging connections and removing distractions. I was shaping your future gently, intentionally, without haste. Silence was not absence. It was protection. It was preparation. It was love expressed in ways you could not yet interpret. I know how deeply you long to be understood. I know how often you felt like no one truly grasped the depth of what you were carrying. That loneliness was real, and it hurt. But even in that loneliness, you were never without me. I with the quiet presence when words failed. I with the calm that kept you from giving up. I was the strength that rose when you thought you had nothing left. I was holding you through the nights you survived and the mornings you faced anyway. Let yourself rest in this truth now. You are deeply known. Nothing about your pain was overlooked. Nothing about your endurance was ignored. Nothing about your tears was meaningless. I have been near you every step of the way, closer than you realized, more attentive than you believed. You are safe with me. You are held by me. And the love that carried you through those silent battles is the same love that will lead you into healing, restoration, and peace. My child, hear me now with a steady heart, because this is where comfort turns into movement and assurance becomes action. I am not speaking to you about help that will arrive someday far away, at a time that keeps being pushed forward. I am speaking to you about help that is available right now. Not when you feel stronger, not when you feel more confident, not when you finally understand everything. Right now, in this very moment, I am ready to step into what you have been carrying and lift it with you. You have waited long enough thinking relief was always just out of reach. I am telling you clearly that I am here now. You have been living as if you must survive until something changes, as if you must hold on until the right moment appears. But I am the moment you have been waiting for. You do not have to endure one more day believing that help is always delayed. I see the weight pressing on your chest. I see how fear has shaped your thoughts, how it has made the future feel uncertain and heavy. I see how confusion has drained your energy, how indecision has kept you stuck between hoping and hesitating. I am not standing at a distance watching you struggle. I am stepping closer, ready to act, ready to restore, ready to bring clarity where there has been noise. I am ready to lift the burdens you have been carrying alone. You were never meant to shoulder them without me. I know how you learned to manage everything yourself because asking for help felt risky. I know how you convinced yourself that being strong meant handling it quietly. But strength was never meant to be isolation. I am inviting you now to let me take what has been weighing you down. Not later, not gradually, not after you prepare yourself. Give it to me as you are. Exhausted. Unsure. Still healing. I do not wait for you to be fixed. I meet you where you are. Fear has spoken loudly to you, telling you that relief might cost you something, that letting go could make things worse, that staying in control is safer than trusting me fully. But fear does not speak for me. I am here to break its hold. I am here to loosen its grip on your thoughts, your body, your decisions. You do not need to negotiate with fear anymore. You do not need to live around it. I am stronger than it, and I am present now, not distant, not delayed. Let my presence settle into the places where fear hath been loudest. Let my truth interrupt the lies that have kept you cautious and guarded. I am restoring your strength, not the kind that forces you to push through pain, but the kind that allows you to stand without trembling. I know how drained you feel. I know how motivation has faded because hope felt fragile. I know how often you wondered how much longer you could keep going like this. I am not asking you to summon strength from emptiness. I am supplying it. I am breathing life back into the parts of you that felt worn thin. You will not have to pretend anymore. You will not have to borrow energy from tomorrow. I am restoring you now, quietly, steadily, deeply. Clarity is coming to you, not as pressure, not as overwhelming instruction, but as calm understanding. I know how confused you have felt, how choices seemed equally risky, how direction felt blurred. I am not adding more noise. I am bringing order. I am helping you see what matters and what does not. I am helping you release what no longer belongs in your hands. You do not need to have every answer before taking a step. I will guide you as you move. Trust grows as you walk, not before. You may think you need to fix yourself first, to become more faithful, more disciplined, more certain before I intervene. That thought has kept you waiting unnecessarily. I have never equated perfection as an entry point. I meet you in your weakness. I step into your uncertainty. I respond to your honesty, not your performance. You do not need to clean yourself up to be worthy of my help. You are worthy because you are mine. I am not intimidated by your mess. I am not delayed by your doubts. I am not discouraged by your questions. I am intervening now in ways you may not immediately recognize, but you will feel the shift. The heaviness will begin to lift. The constant tension will ease. The tightness in your thoughts will soften. This is not imagination. This is my presence working within you. I am steadying your heart. I am calming your mind. I am reminding you that you are not alone in this moment or any moment that follows. You do not have to brace yourself for what comes next. I am already there. This is the moment where hope becomes active, not theoretical. This is where you stop waiting for permission to rest, to trust, to move forward. I am giving it to you now. You are allowed to believe that help has arrived. You are allowed to let go of the idea that suffering must continue for growth to occur. I do not teach through endless pain. I heal. I restore. I lead forward. And I am doing that now, not as a distant promise, but as a present reality. You will notice your breath becoming easier. You will notice your thoughts slowing down. You will notice courage returning quietly, not as loud confidence, but as steady assurance. That is me at work. Do not dismiss it. Do not rush past it. Receive it. Let me do what you could not do for yourself. Let me hold what you have been gripping too tightly. Let me strengthen what has grown weak from carrying too much. I am not asking you to leap blindly. I am asking you to trust me one moment at a time. Help is here. Strength is being restored. Fear is losing its authority. Clarity is forming. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not beyond reach. I am ready to help you right now, and I am already doing it. Stay with me. Let this moment mark the beginning of something lighter, steadier, and filled with hope. Right, yes, Lord. I surrender every part of me if you've laid all your worries and dreams at His feet. And share this video.